What's going on, guys? Get123 here with more Grand Theft Auto 5, and today I want to do another discussion video with you guys. And today what I want to talk about is whether or not Rockstar is intentionally delaying heists. Now, this is something that I hadn't really considered in the past. I always assumed that Rockstar was just, maybe in over their heads or something like that, where they just didn't realize the time that they needed to pull off the heists. But then I started thinking about it. What if there's something more to it? What if there's almost like a whole conspiracy behind it? Because you might think to yourself, okay, why would they ever intentionally delay heists? It's going to be one of the biggest Grand Theft Auto updates ever, definitely one of the most anticipated updates ever, so why would they intentionally put that off? Well, I sat down, I thought about it, and I came up with a theory that may or may not be true. We'll never really know Rockstar's true motives behind it, but I want to see what you guys think and see if maybe you agree with me. So why would they want to put off heists? What would be their motives? What would be their thought behind it? Well, here's what I came up with. This might be a little bit hard to explain, so I'm going to do my best as I go through this, but how should I start this out? Rockstar knows that we associate the heists with big payouts. They know that we're expecting to make a lot of money from these heists, and they know that once they do release these heists, people are going to be grinding them, they'll be playing a lot, and they'll be making a lot more money than what they usually would be making. Because as we know, nobody really likes to sit down and grind missions. If there's, an ideally more fun way to make money, such as heists, then that's what people will do. So here's where their marketing strategy might come into play. When they keep telling us that heists are just around the corner, we keep thinking to ourselves, okay, I don't need to grind missions. The heists are going to be out soon. That'll make me a lot of money. And then they keep telling us heists are coming out soon. They're going to be here soon. We'll have more info on that soon. Just wait. They're right around the corner. So they keep feeding us this information so that we think to ourselves that there's no reason to go out and grind these missions and no reason to buy shark cards and things like that. So this is exactly what Rockstar would want. They want us to think that by the time the next DLC comes out, that heists will also be out and that we don't need to have money because we'll just be able to make all the money from the heists and then we'll be able to buy all the DLC cards that we want. So as a result, we don't spend months grinding missions and saving up money. We're not buying shark cards yet. We figure, okay, heists will be out soon. I'm not going to need to grind these missions yet because I'll have a lot of money soon. So what they do, or what they did in this case, was release the Hipster update without any notification at all. They released the Hipster update without telling us, knowing that people weren't going to have time to stockpile their money. If they would have told us a week ahead of time, then people would have started grinding missions for these 7 brand new cars because obviously, that's only natural. That's what people would want to do. But by not telling us and releasing it out of nowhere, they're completely catching us off guard. I mean, obviously in this case, the Hipster update did leak ahead of time, but if that weren't the case, we wouldn't have even known about it, and then that's really what it boils down to. When they catch us off guard and, we expect to have money that we just don't have, we end up buying shark cards. Well, I mean, personally, I've never bought a shark card, but I know there's some of you guys that do, so I think that is really what this all comes down to. They know that by delaying heists, money is going to be harder to come by, and we're more likely to go out and spend our real-world money and make Rockstar games more money. That's really what it comes down to. Rockstar games making more money. Because once they release heists, people are going to have more money. It's going to be a fun way to earn, $40,000 or whatever the payout ends up being. So they know the longer they delay heists, the more money they'll make off of their shark cards. And like I said, their strategy is to keep telling us that heists are right around the corner. That way we don't think that we have to grind missions. We say to ourselves, oh, heists will be out soon. I'll just play those when they come out. So that way we never have mass quantities of money because we're always thinking that heists will be out next month, next week, whatever have you, So honestly, after recording this commentary, I actually convinced myself that this is what's going on. At the beginning of the video, I thought to myself, hey, it's a possibility. But now after talking about it out loud, I feel like this is truly the case because heists don't seem like they should be this complicated. I mean, in the time that Rockstar's been saying they're going to put out heists, they've released multiple DLCs, tons of cars, new missions, new everything, and yet they can't do this little game mode where you're going to rob some place with your friends. I mean, it seems like something that should be pretty relatively easy to program, and I'm no programmer or anything, but I really do not feel like it should be taking this long, and I feel like this is all just a big marketing strategy for Rockstar to make more money. I don't know. Tell me what you think about this in the comments below. Maybe I'm way off here, but I truly believe that it just makes perfect sense, This whole situation just seems a little bit too fishy, that they would delay a single update for, at this point, like 9 months. It didn't even take them that long to delay Grand Theft Auto 5. As we know, the game itself got delayed for 4 months, and then after 4 months, they finished up what they wanted to with the game. And now you want to tell me that heists are so incomplete that, you know, it's taking you guys a year longer than what you originally expected? It just seems like a weird fish story with some financial motives behind it. So, guys, tell me what you think. I'm done rambling. I sound like some conspirator right now, you know, like some 9/11's fake, the moon landing's fake, heists being delayed are fake, but, you know, I don't know. I'm not really that kind of person, but in this case, it seems a little bit more likely. So, with that, please stay tuned for more videos in the future. I will see you next time.